Hey guys, so in this video, I'm gonna show you a really quick dinner that you could throw together. It's plant friendly, and I'm gonna be using my broth infused brown rice. This is actually wild rice that I'm using, but this is in my fridge. And you guys know I love having stuff already ready to go in my fridge that I reimagine. This is a perfect example of that. I also have, I've shown you guys my ponzu dressing before when we did that really beautiful cabbage salad. So this is something that I just have in my fridge quite a bit because it's versatile, and this is a really great example of a totally different way to use it. So I love carrots because they're workhorse veggies. They last in your fridge for a while. I've also found that English cucumbers are pretty resilient, and these can also last in your fridge for a while, as long as they don't get like wet, because then they'll get moldy. But if you keep them nice and dry, these actually last for a while. So let's do it. When I elevate a dish, a really easy way to do that is just by changing the shape. Changing the shape of what you normally use just adds a fun little something new. So for this one, we're gonna do carrots and cucumbers. We're gonna top the wild rice with that, wake up a little bit of sesame seed, and that's it. That's literally the whole meal. It's so easy. But the kind of shape that I'm gonna show you how to do, it feels like kind of elegant. If you make it for your friends or your family, they'll be like, it's pretty cool. I also do this kind of stuff when I'm making dinner for myself too, just because I like when my food looks pretty. Okay, my mom taught me you see food before you eat it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna make ribbons. We're just gonna hold it nice and steady. We're just gonna make these pretty ribbons, okay? I've shown you guys this with zucchini. Zucchini is awesome for making ribbons. But it's just a fun new shape, you know? Just to like change up your meals. Also because I prep a lot of stuff ahead, and when I reimagine it, I like having cute little ways of changing it up for myself, my family, my friends, whatever, so that it's like feels nice and new, but you're getting a meal on the table in no time. So when we get to the cucumber, carrots, you don't really have to worry about this because they're not like super wet, you know? But whenever you're working with like cucumber and zucchini, there's a lot of moisture. And sometimes when you're cooking with it, the moisture is not your friend. So what we're gonna do is, I have this clean dish towel that I'm gonna lay right next to my board. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is when I make my cucumber ribbon, you can already see all the hydration right there. So that, I kind of want to get rid of a little bit of that. Okay, so our ribbons, just gonna drop my ribbons right here. I go down to the seed and then I go to a different side. So I do the same thing when I'm using zucchini. I'll shave it down because again, like it just gets, with the seeds in there, it just kind of becomes a soggy mess, and you do not want that. So whenever I'm cooking with zucchini, I kind of rarely use the seeds, truthfully. I usually scoop them out. Same with cucumber. So we have our cucumber. We're just gonna dab it a little bit. We're not gonna like squeeze the juice out. We're just doing a little dab will do ya. Because it's not like we're gonna be baking with this. With zucchini, when I'm making muffins and bread, I'll really get a lot of that juice out. But this, you just wanna get a little bit of the hydration out. Look at how awesome that is. I feel healthier already. Okay, great. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna throw some sesame seeds into a pan, wake them up, get that nuttiness going. We're gonna heat up our rice. We're gonna drop it into a dish. And then dinner's ready. So when I'm cooking with these types of flavors, like with my ponzu sauce, I like using something like avocado oil, nice neutral flavor. I don't want to use olive oil because I don't really want that flavor in here, even though I love my olive oil. So this is just like waking up the seeds right when they start to turn a little brown. They're basically done. So these are actually like done. Just want to wake them up. So now with my prepped rice, so easy. Wild rice is super durable too. I like it. I like my durable stuff. because that's my cooking style. You know, I prep ahead and then reimagine it, and I need like nice workhorse foods. let's plate. So easy. Okay, so we have our rice. We have our beautiful vegetables. Let's top it with some of our Prep Ahead dressing. I love this dressing, and I know you guys loved it too. So I'll put the link at the bottom as a reminder. Okay, so we're gonna mix all this up. You know, normally I'm into, like, I like light dressing, but because this is going on top of rice, I'm gonna add a little bit extra so I make sure it's like saturated. Because the rice will kind of drink that up, you know? Oh my gosh, this smells so good. And I'm really hungry, so I can't wait to eat this. Look at how pretty that is. Pretty, healthy. The rice also makes it like satisfying and feels hearty, especially the wild rice. I love my brown rice, but the wild rice is just like a nice change, especially as we start getting into some fall. Let's top it with some sesame seeds. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And then fresh herbs. Whoa. Look at how good that looks. So easy. So because they're like little ribbon noodles, I'm gonna use my chopsticks. That was so good. Yum. Let me know how you like this. This is awesome. I'm gonna go eat this entire bowl right now.